What's good with y'all boys? Welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to discuss why BodyGame is literally going to be the cheapest option for you in 2025 and the upcoming years. So, Southwest Airlines, frankly, they said we tired of y'all big backs, bro. Effective January 27, 2026, they are going to require plus-size passengers to buy 2 seats if you start spilling into the seat next to you. So if you buy 1 seat, but if I'm sitting in the seat next to you, I can feel you, you're buying 2 seats so that I can sit in a 3rd seat and not have to feel you. You feel me? And this is something that I actually applaud, because why, as an individual on BodyGame, do I have to get into an airplane and pay for a seat only for the entire duration of the ride to be sitting like this so that I don't have to touch somebody that's spilling into my seat? So let's say a seat, $200. Now, because you want to be a big back, absorbing and inhaling donuts, French fries, burgers, candy, gummy worms, milkshakes like Kirby, now your ticket price for your seat gonna be $400 because you couldn't put the food down. You couldn't close your mouth. So now your wallet gotta open its mouth. I applaud this, Southwest Airlines. And I heard back in 2023 they faced some kind of discrimination issues, but in 2025 they doubled down and said this is ridiculous. Our customers can't be paying for our seats and complaining the air ride because they got to be inching away, trying not to make contact with a Gorlock the Destroyer that is sitting right next to them. Nah, go ahead and pay for your 2 seats and give me my peace and comfort that I am entitled to upon purchasing my ticket for my 1 seat. I seen an article a while back. This plus size influencer was basically trying to say she was being discriminated against for being fat. You discriminated against yourself when you woke up that morning and decided to have Starbucks and donuts for breakfast, right? Nobody forced you or held you or took your credit card and forced you to go buy all the meals and all them snacks. You did it to yourself. So it's about time that people started paying for their consequences out of their wallet. Like I said, I applaud this. This is a very bold and based move by Southwest Airlines. And I hope other airlines actually start to implement these rules, because it's getting out of control. You're literally making the plane heavier. You're costing them more fuel, more gas, and then you're making other people uncomfortable because of your gluttony. As a matter of fact, they should start banning fat people from having snacks on the airline. But that probably wouldn't even make any difference because they would just stock up on food from the food court. At the same time, bro, it's all by design. You got enablers. They got these food courts in the mall, in the little strips at the airports. Of course, people go get hungry. They're gonna buy their snacks. They're gonna eat while they're waiting for the plane. They're gonna eat on the plane. It's whatever. It's a whole money-making scheme, bro. At some point, this was bound to happen, but I'm just glad that it's coming out now, because if people thought that they were just going to be fat forever and not have any consequences, they're cracking down on it right now. There was a study in 2021 that said that cramped seating increases passenger discomfort and health risk like deep vein thrombosis, supporting arguments from supporters who prioritize equitable space usage over potential discrimination claims. So what this basically means is that they have a study to back this, and they said get that fat shit out of here, right? You want to be fat? Pay the cost to be the boss, nigga. Pay the cost to eat them pizzas and donuts. I hear Domino's telling y'all that they don't think $6 for burgers is an ideal, so come spend your $6 over here on this big ass pizza. And you're going to eat it, and you're going to be happy, and you're going to be fat with it too. There was backlash in 2023. Southwest faced a racial profiling lawsuit. But, like I said, The backlash is coming from the big backs, right? The big back backlash. None of this would be an issue if you just put the fork down and started walking more. But you decided that you wanted to be fat as shit. There's really no other way I can describe this. You decided that you wanted to lack self-control, that you wanted to have your gut hanging to your knees. You wanted to be built like a double cheeseburger with an extra beef patty. You wanted to expand like any gear Luffy, really. All forms of Luffy. Y'all see when Luffy just eat a meal and he turns to this balloon? He can go back after digesting the food. Y'all don't go back. Y'all backs just get bigger. And frankly, the airplane, the force, the companies, they're tired of it. Customer satisfaction is a priority, and it will stay this way until there are more fat people than there are skinny people. I'd say the balance is about the same right now. But as the time progresses, you will eventually begin to see more fat people than skinny people. Right now, there are more people that are fat than there are people with abs, visible abs. So Southwest is doing the accommodating that they're doing right now. I applaud them for it. Fat people can't be terrorizing us forever, bro. If you want to be fat, you got to pay the cost, like I said. And make sure that everyone can exist comfortably within the realm of your fatness. You want a domain expansion, fat captivity, go ahead and do it. But Southwest Airlines said not on our watch. You gonna do that domain extension, fatness bullshit in your 2 seats by yourself while we have our 1 customer sitting over here. Southwest Airlines gonna run up the big bucks off y'all big backs. That's simple, because now y'all spending double the price for the price ticket because you can't fit into your own seat. That's a damn shame. It has never been easier to be on BodyGame, but for some reason, people just can't put the fork down. I will always be saving more money than someone that's not on BodyGame because I only got to spend for 1 seat. You got to buy 2. Now, I'm paying for a round trip. You're paying for 2 round trips. That's some crazy work. You could have got 4 trips out of what you just spent for 2. But because you fat, your wallet got to throw up what you refuse to puke out. So that's it for the video, bro. Get in shape and your life will be a lot easier and a lot cheaper. You ain't going to have these health issues that's going on the back end, and you ain't going to have to spend more money to fly the plane just like the next man. I'm out of here. Peace.